everybody. How's everybody doing? Well, we got a bunch of everybody in here tonight already. Good to see 14 people here. Yeah, all right. 14 people at the start of the show. Just when maybe the video I put out a little bit ago, everybody thought I wasn't doing a show. I'm glad not everybody was tricked. Anyway, speaking of the show, my illustrious co-host, the man with the fantastic snowy white background, because he got some snow today over there in Muskogee, Oklahoma. Welcome to the show, everybody. Please put your hands together for Mr. Lloyd Mendenhall, the grumpy blogger. That's right.
Hey, Mel. Yeah. It's been
Howdy,
doing
Lloyd.
this all day long.
Yeah, it's doing it here now. Kind of
It
wet.
started doing this, and yeah. Well, this has been big. Well, you can see the big old flakes. I stepped out the back door and took this
Yeah.
about 2 o'clock this afternoon, and it's still coming down like this.
It started turning to freezing rain about 2 or so, and then about 4 it was trying to be snow, and I think it's still kind of freezing rain, trying to be snow right now.
Yeah, we were right at the cutoff line. You know, this side of what is that, I-40 down there?
Yeah, I saw the weather map. I
yeah.
thought, oh, Lloyd's getting some snow.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah.
what was funny is I didn't know it was snowing, and you know my brother lives up in Edmond, over by Oklahoma City, and he put up a picture of a little bit of dust on the ground, enough snow to hit his dog's belly, you know, but he's got a short dog, and he put it up on Facebook. I thought, oh well, I thought, I wonder if we got any snow. I finally sat up and looked out the window. Holy crap, we have about this much snow. This is actually one of the biggest snows we've had in about 10 years.
That's kind of funny, you know, about 7 or 8 o'clock this morning up in NWA, up there around Washington and Benton County, they had multiple car pileup, including a state trooper up there. They had a northbound lane I-49 closed for a few hours getting that all cleaned up. But anyway,
wow.
Let's jump into the hellos. What do you think? Chris Hope, first one here tonight.
By all means.
Dennis Lovelady, that stalker, grumpy blogger guy, he's in here. Rick Halber,
I can't get
Jody
rid of him
with Drone
either.
Shots, Brian from My Adventures, Bob Casey, Jody from, I said Jody from Drone Shots. Yeah. Bob Casey's here. Sonia, Nature's Beauty, is here. Who else we got? Rick Halber, hello. Dennis Lovelady Grant, welcome. Bob Casey. I'm probably saying names twice, aren't I? I'm just
Noticed yet.
reading off the list here. Ken from Place It Here. Scott Nadow, welcome. You got Dustin there today in Minnesota. Everybody forgot how to drive. Yeah, that's about it, too. Lanyard, welcome. Angela, hello there. Thanks for coming. Got a couple things going on tonight. Well, really, one thing. Hello, Greg. I was by drone. I just noticed he's snuck his way in. I do have a viewer video that was sent in from Lanyard. And I want to say that it's a time lapse with the Osmo. No, they don't call it the Osmo anymore. The Pocket 2, I believe it is. I think that's what it is, a time lapse with the Pocket 2.
It's like the Mini 2. They've dropped all those surnames.
Yeah.
They've dropped all those first names and just going to the
Pocket 2 Hyperlapse is what it says, and you sent it back in November before Thanksgiving, Lon. I just kept forgetting to add it into the show. Well, finally, tonight I remember. It says Pocket 2 Hyperlapse. So, anyway. So we'll be sharing that. What's been going on with you, Lloyd? How's things?
Things are good. Just uh, uh, ain't been doing anything. Just same old, same old. Uh, we did go this last Wednesday. We had to go over, and Judy had to have her. It was her 4-month checkup. It was her 4-month PET scan. We'll find out Wednesday. With luck, everything's still good. So,
Well, that'll be good. I hope
but
that all turns out right.
yeah. But I've just been. I only did 2 videos this week. I've got videos ready to go for this next week, so hopefully I'll get 5 of them in. Uh, I haven't done anything this week, and because it's either I go out the day before I go out, it was cold, so I bundle up the next day. I don't look at my watch to see the temperature, and I think, it's going to be cold, so I put on a heavier, and I start sweating down. So the next time I go out, I don't put a heavy jacket on,
And wish you
and I'm
had.
freezing my tush off. It's just it can't make up its mind what the hell it wants to be in Oklahoma right now, at least in Muskogee.
Yeah, yeah. Greg says, any new pets? What's he talking about?
I have no clue. I don't have any new pets. No.
No new pets?
I got enough with the ones I got.
Yeah, you got plenty, don't you? You got 3,
Well,
4?
We're down to
dogs?
4. We're down to
Yeah.
4. We were up to 6. But yeah. And today, I think Judy decided she's not coming out from under the covers until springtime. So
I don't blame her. I think Tammy would like to do that same thing.
yeah.
What?
I was smart the other day. Judy she runs electric blanket 24/7, and they tend to burn up, fairly. So I was smart here a while back, and I ordered 2 or 3 ahead. And so the other night, I'd taken out shopping, and we got some things. Anyways, the other night, we put on new blankets, and I put on the new electric blanket. And I'm telling you what, when I woke up this morning, I was glad I had it on, because I reached up there and flipped that button and turned it on because my feet were freezing. Especially when they hit that concrete floor. It's like, oh my God, it's cold in here.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
I have no mice. Because Rick Halbert talking about my Christmas mouse that I had a few years ago. I will say this: it was yesterday morning early. Apparently, the squirrels knew the weather was getting ready to turn bad, because they got up in my attic and they were having a party up there. I don't know if they were playing Australian League football or what they were doing, but it sounded like all the hell was breaking loose with them squirrels up there.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to come. So those are the only new pets I've got that I know of. I thought they were going to come through the ceiling for a minute.
Oh my goodness. As I'm looking through this stuff, I'm not finding any more other videos that anybody sent in. So you want to have a look at this thing that Lon shared with us? You want to take a look at that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, let's see if I can find
they're
it
playing
in this,
hockey right
this
Peter.
mess I just set up. And I do need to set it up still because I didn't rescale it. But that's okay because that just takes 1.45, a couple of seconds here. But I got to go to the right who's it to do it, don't I? 1.45, there we go. Move it over a little bit, move it up a little bit, or down a little bit or something. Okay, are you ready? Here we go. This is what Lanyard sent in to us. And we're going to play that. And I'm going to cut the music because I don't know where it came from because he didn't say in his email. So this is hyperlapse with the Osmo 2. No, the Pocket 2. Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Pocket 2.
And he did say the music was from YouTube, Bill.
Oh, did he? I missed it.
In the chat. Yeah, I tried 3
Okay.
times to tell you, but you were doing other things. I think he just ran a stop sign. Or he's actually, this is in hyperlapse, but that's the kind of stops I make in real time. I just kind of slow down and roll through.
That's the interesting thing about hyperlapse is things can happen in between frames that nobody sees.
Yeah. Oh, I made a few stops like that too. In real time.
Well, it looks like it did a fine job, Lon.
Yeah, that looks cool.
So what do you think compared to the one? That's the suction mount? Oh, it's mounted right on your windshield? Okay. Is it that much better than the original Pocket? I kind of like the couple of the new features with it. But do you think it's any better, really, when it comes right down to it? Very nice, Lon.
Well,
cool video.
Yeah, that was nice. I never thought about doing something like that with mine because, you know, I've got the Pocket 1 and it's mounted outside.
Oh, mounted outside.
I'm
okay.
not that brave. I'll just work a spot my window mounted on my dash.
Yeah. That was real cool, Lon. Thanks for sharing that with everybody. So, there were some people
really
that were thrown off by this video. Were you thrown off by that, or did you not see it, Lloyd?
I didn't see it until after I'd already connected.
Okay.
And I don't know what I was doing.
Well,
I was working on the background video.
I wanted to kind of do something a little bit different, so what I did was, let me pause that. I think that's the sound for it. I wanted to do this transition thing, except, wow, when you play it like that, it doesn't play. Maybe I'm missing it. Let me try here.
No.
There. See all that glitchy? See all that glitchy transition?
Right.
I made that myself.
Oh, did you?
And it's really super easy to do, and you can do it yourself in your own video editor. I'm sure that it probably, hello Tighter, probably works pretty much the same. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. I really do. So if anybody's kind of interested in learning how to do their own transitions instead of using some of the ones that they give you in your video editing software, that's what I got on the plan for tonight. I thought because it's so quick and so easy, it's a lot of fun to make them yourself. Have you ever made any yourself?
No. Well, you guys know what my editing abilities are. If you don't have drop and drag, you know, or drag and drop, I don't use it.
But can you cut and adjust colors and things?
Oh yeah. In Power Director 365, you can, especially if I do it on the desktop. I did this video. I just did this was about a 1.5-minute video with audio and everything, and I just wanted it down to about a 10-second clip that I could loop. And because this was
what kind of
most of the video is bouncing around and stuff because I'm standing out the door shivering and trying to take pictures, you know. Hey, I was in my robe, you know, that was it.
That's what you use a tripod for, and just let it sit out there for 30 seconds and then go get it, see?
Oh, hell, that was too much work. I didn't want to do that much work. It's friggin' snow. Everybody has snow. But we don't have it that often here, so, you know, it's like, well,
you need it if you want to have it on your background, though. I mean, So now you're saying
Well,
your
I got it
presentation's not worth the extra work? Is that what you're trying to say?
pretty much, yeah. I mean, what the hell? I'm a vlogger. I sit there and talk about driving across town. Same crap every day, but it lets people know I'm still alive. And, I'm not into, uh, I get lazy. I am truly a lazy person when it comes to this stuff. It's like, I actually do all of my editing, 99% of it. Now, I did this today on on my PC, but I usually do about 99% of it on my iPad. I'm using Power Director, and they've got some wonderful transitions. I've actually started changing up and adding a little bit something extra, changing I used to just use whatever transition was there, but I started, thinking, well, these are cool. So each day I pick a different transition. There's like, I don't know, 100 of them to pick from.
Right.
So I just pick a new one every day. But I try to keep them consistent through the whole video. I don't like to have a glitch here and a fade away there and then a, rolling thing there. Yeah, it just bothers me not to have the same consistent.
Yeah.
The only problem I have is the way it sets up. I have to go back and look and see which one I used on the front side by the time I get to the end of the video because I forgot which the hell one I picked out.
Well.
Hey, I'm old. What can I say?
Oh my goodness. Kind of watching the
I'm
chat.
honest, though.
Maybe nobody's really interested in that. I thought it would be a good idea. I thought it would I thought it was interesting, just.
I would like to see it. I'd like to see how you did it.
Okay. Anybody else want to see how I did it? And how you can do it too? Anyway, it's pretty easy. It's pretty fun. I like it. If I did this right, Lloyd, your camera will be in there and so will your mic. Is your mic still good?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, certainly seems to be working.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so here's what we got. This is the video that I loaded 30 minutes or 40 minutes before the show, and I'm just going to scrub through. Let's mute the sound. We don't need that. I'm just going to scrub through, and here's where it changes scene. I did a hard cut there, obviously, and then I did all this stuff here to make it do all that weirdness. So when it plays, it's just going to go all kind of glitchy and then change over to the next frame. Now
next transition.
This little trick will work regardless of whether you're doing slideshow type text or video or whatever. It makes absolutely no difference. And it's really, really super easy to do. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up on a per frame basis. So each click is one frame in this video timeline, right? And then all I did was cut from the center. So right here is the last frame of the No Show Tonight slide.
Right.
On line 2 down here is the first frame of See Y'all Next Week slide. So that's where those two clips separate. That's the center between them. So what I did is on each side of that, I went 6 frames. So I'm going to go backwards 6 frames. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, maybe I went 11 frames. But
yeah.
Then I made a cut in the clip for each frame. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to shrink this all down. I'm going to bring my marker over here, and I'm going to bring in the let's see. Let's use this one. I'm going to bring that in right here. So here's...
Okay, Ken, you take care.
Here's that clip. Somebody leaving? Aw, Ken. And be with your son tonight. Well, have a good evening, Ken. I appreciate you coming in. And then we're going to we'll insert another clip. I think that's the one I want. I don't think it really matters just for showing this off. So we've got these two clips, and they're just JPEG images. So right there's the center, obviously. So we'll spread this out to the frame level, and I'm going to go back just to make it kind of easy. I'm going to go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 frames. So right there is where we're going to have our first cut. That's where our glitch is going to start. So now I'm going to go back to here, and I'm going to cut this at each frame so that I get each individual frame marked, right?
Okay, yeah.
Now I'm going to go back to the end where the next one starts. How many did I go on that other one?
8.
Okay, so we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we'll cut it right there. Just like that. And then we're going to cut every frame between there and the beginning of it, right?
Right.
So we got to just remember right there's the beginning. So what we're going to do is delete that frame. So now we know that that's where the two different, right?
Yeah.
That's where the two different slides are. So now I'm going to come back up here, and I'm going to delete that frame, and I'm going to delete that frame, and then maybe that frame. Okay. Now using on Premiere Pro, if you hold the alternate key and click and drag up, you can make a copy of that actual frame, right? So I'm sure there's a way in your program that you can copy a frame.
Yeah, there is.
Now on each one of these frames, I'm going to set the opacity at 50%. So I'm just going to click each frame and set the opacity. Whoops, not 0550. Because we don't want them to completely disappear, but we don't want them to override the frame below it, right?
Yeah.
Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this frame and I'm going to put it in that hole so there's no actual blank spot. And you don't really have to do that. You can leave the gap there. I'm going to fill this gap with that one. Now I'm going to come to this frame here, and I'm going to add an effect, RGB, and because this is, am I not, oh, here we go. It's hard to see way over there on that other monitor. RGB, and I'm going to take that and I'm going to drag it right onto that particular frame. I'm going to bring the cursor over that frame so that I can see it. If I can get it there. Did I not set that one at 50%? No, I didn't. Okay. So, with the RGB on there, we're going to change and the good thing is there's no real rules to this. You can set this however you want it to look. You can do whatever you want with it. And then we'll go to this one. And do the same thing, except with this one what we're going to do is we're going to change the position, and I can't see that too well. Does that say 960? Yeah. I'm going to change that from 960 to 950, and I'm going to shift it just a little bit to the left of, see how it moves to the left?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. And then these
Right.
two, I'm going to leave them alone, the bottom ones.
Yep.
And then this next one, I'm going to leave it alone, except I'm going to shift it to the right, like that. Okay. And then
Yep.
this one, I'm going to, I can't see what that, yeah, that's set to 50. All right. This one, I'm going to add the RGB effect to it, and I'm going to change the colors on it. Just make that one 0 and make that one, let's make this one like go up, and we'll make this one go down. So kind of like that, right? Then on this frame, we're going to leave it blank. And then on this frame, we're going to shift it back to the left a long ways. We're going to take it down to 940. And then that frame will be blank. And then we move to the next slide, right? So now let's take a look at what we've done when it plays in full time.
Oh, yeah.
You get all of those changes, but because this is on the frame level, 30 frames a second, roughly, or 60, whatever you got your recording set at.
Whatever you're doing, yeah.
Yeah. If you're running a high frame rate, you might want to do 2 frames at a time instead of 1 or 3. Just play around with it, see what you like. The beauty of it is there's no rules. You can do this however you want. And you can make it look however you want. But, so that's how you end up with that type of an effect. And it's super easy. We'll just bring it back up here and play it one more time.
Cool.
And you got your own glitch effect.
Right, right.
And
that is cool.
I thought it was kind of fun. I thought maybe somebody might want to to see how
there's
if
a
you
lot
want
of
to make
guys
your
out
own,
there.
you can even add in single frames of other images and do subliminal stuff. Like in the middle of that, in those blank frames, I could drop a single frame image of a Mavic or a blonde or a race car, or heaven forbid, I could even put a picture of Lloyd in there, y'all. But
oh yeah. I think I did something very similar to that when I did on my Grumpy Vlogger opening. I merged. I did something like that. I've done it, but that's been so long ago. It's been a couple of years ago. I don't remember what I did now. I've slept since then.
Yeah. Well,
I
just
don't
thought
remember
it was
what I
kinda
did
cool.
yesterday. So.
Hello, Captain Ray. I haven't been paying attention to chat because I've been looking at that other screen. But anyway.
Well, yeah. I do have a question. How did you make that screen?
How did I make what screen?
The one you just showed us.
This one here. How did I make this?
Right, with both of our images in it.
Well, it's a screen share of my right monitor, and that's where Premiere Pro is.
Okay.
And that's on the main of the 10. And I added yours and my camera on number 9, scaled them, and moved them.
Okay. That's what I thought, but
same as this, with the background, and then
same way.
Yeah, just normal way.
Okay.
But when I did it, I wanted to have both of us in the scene there and be able to talk,
and that was an excellent way to do it too.
Well, thank you.
Because that a lot of times we get, of course, I can take a nap and snooze and drink my coffee, eat some candy, mute my mic when you're showing something on screen. But when you put me on screen, I actually got to look like I'm paying attention.
Yeah.
That's good.
You got to earn your money.
I have to get some pointers on how to use it when I get some time. Yeah, Tater.
Easy. Streaming software is ridiculously easy.
Yeah.
It just depends on what you have.
There's a lot of them out there that's easy.
They're all easy. Just how much do you want to learn?
It depends on how fancy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, how much you want to learn, how fancy you want to go.
See, I think this is easy. You think, Well, I don't know if you think Wirecast is easy or not. See, personally, I find Wirecast complicated because you have to
I'll be
type in
honest
and
with you.
create all that stuff.
No. That's how Greg does it.
Oh, so you can do it like like we do VMix, just add
Oh yeah.
inputs and oh,
Oh
okay.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's just, I will say this: it's much more organized. Instead of having just the tabs across the top like VMix does,
Uh-huh.
Wirecast has them down the side, and it's level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can put in as many inputs onto that level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Right.
And it's organized, because if you go to your main tab on this, because this has what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, has 7 tabs across the top. Okay. But if you go to the gray tab, which is my front tab,
Yep, the main tab. Yep.
that has everything.
Every single input you create lands there.
Right.
Yep.
And
Whether
if
you
you
make
get
it in another
confusion-
tab or not.
Right.
Yeah.
And so you get confused with it. Oh, all right. Okay.
Hey,
Well,
Jaybird.
by them, they have them, well, sort of like you just showed on your Premiere Pro. They have the line across with the different layers on it.
Right.
And you can click on the first line, and see all of the different inputs, And I have my transitions above, I have my audio below, and I can put separate audio for each input, or I can put a main audio for everything. It's
Well,
just
see, that's how I
Greg,
view it with the tabs on vMix. Each tab I click on, I can see all of the inputs, and if I have more than what covers my screen room, I have to scroll to see them all.
Yeah. The only thing I can say about vMix is nice is they've got where this has 7 tabs, they have 5, but they run along the side, so they're line across, 5 lines from top to bottom.
Right.
And you click on that front tab, and it's got every single input. And on each one of those inputs, you can put individually and add more inputs to that input. So when you do a transition from spot 1 to spot 2 to spot 3, it will pick up. Its organizational level is a lot easier to work with.
Oh, okay.
But to do it like Greg does, Greg's a programmer. He's a
techie.
He's a perfectionist. He's a techie. Yeah, and he does a beautiful job with it. But as I said in my video editing, I'm lazy.
Yeah.
So, but that's what I like about Wirecast. I like vMix because I don't have as many problems, and I haven't actually tried to use Wirecast with StreamYards. I like StreamYards because that's the easiest way to bring in guests, bar none. Or Zoom, but StreamYards is just so easy to boom. And I can change the backgrounds to, like right now, I've still got my Area 51 map up there. I need to switch that out to something for Christmas, which I'll do.
Yeah.
By tomorrow. But I can still use all of this to transition, for like my timer.
Right.
I figured out speaking of that, I figured out what I did last week, why the December 7th and Day of the Live Infinity speech, why it didn't play out.
Yeah.
In Wirecast, or in vMix here, we have we have an M and an A button, master, and then A for the, anything going into StreamYards, you got to have the A button checked. Guess who forgot to check the A button?
Thanks for coming by, Dennis. I appreciate you stopping in.
Yeah. Take care, Dennis.
And you can use that. You can use that method to make a transition in anything, video,
right?
Still imagery. Doesn't matter what it is. All you need is about 6 or 8 frames on each side to do your little magic, and it's cool. It works. So.
Excellent, Peter. He
Hello,
said he got
Art.
some more RAM for his birthday, so
Awesome.
that will help with his.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Like I said, this video here, I put it on timeline mode. This was a minute and a half, and this was the best 10 seconds of the whole clip, so I just put it on a repeat.
uh-huh.
That's what I do like, is I dropped it into my number 2 solo background, and
But see how it's got that
yeah.
jump when it starts over?
Yeah,
Do
that's
you know
what I
how-
don't
do you-
like.
Do you know how to fix that?
No.
Well, watch this. I'm going to show you.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do is I'm
You
going
got
to
to
use...
remember, I did this 5 minutes before the show.
Yeah, I get that, but still, this only takes a couple of seconds to do it. And I'm going to scrunch this down and move this way over here and spread it back out. And we're just going to pretend that this is your video clip, right?
Okay.
However many seconds
Yeah.
it was. So you take your
Yeah.
clip somewhere in the middle, you cut it,
Right?
right? And then you move the
Right.
back to the front, and you will have an endless loop with no seam.
Really?
Yeah. You might have to put
damned.
you might have where it changes from here to here, you might have to
Right.
put a really, really short dissolve transition or something on it. But most
Okay.
likely not.
Okay.
So you
I
can,
knew there was something to
yeah. You just
you
cut
just
it in half.
cut it in the middle.
If what you want is a rolling loop, 10, 15, 20 seconds. You remember the fireplace that I had burning in my other background of my home fireplace? That's how I did it.
Right.
That's how I made it look like a continuous fireplace instead of a loop that was starting over every time. Same
So you
concept.
split it in the middle and take the back half and put it on the front half?
Yep.
Okay.
And that's all
I'll
you
try
do.
that when I get through here.
Tell a joke or something. I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna see if I can find that video of the fireplace. I have no idea
Let
where
me
that
see.
video is
Well, let me look at the old jokeogram here. Let's see if I got any good. Oh, here we go. Let's see. There's 2 cows grazing in a pasture. One cow says, "Moo." The second looks up and says, "Hey, I was just about to say that."
Okay, I'm
2
not.
fish in a tank. One says to the other, "You man the guns. I'll drive." 2 fish in a
That's
tank.
actually not too bad. Yeah.
That's okay. I had to read it twice before I understood it.
You're not supposed to admit
Yeah.
things like that, Lloyd.
Hey, I'm old. I'm allowed to admit. Okay, my smart, smart. My smartphone changes LOL to LOL, making me sound more amused than I actually. Small LOL to capital LOL, making me sound more amused than I actually am. That was stupid.
I'm glad you said that.
I just saw 2 elementary kids having a fist fight. So as an adult, I had to step in. They didn't stand a chance.
Now that one's funny. Oh,
I thought it was.
I'm not finding the damn fire video. Wait a minute, wood burn. What is this? Nope, that's not it. Okay.
Here's some
Scratch
words of
that
wisdom.
idea.
The only way to get through life is to laugh your way through it. You either have to laugh or cry. I prefer to laugh. Crying gives me a headache.
Oh, jeez. How about the 2 cannibals eating a clown? One said to the other one, says, "Does this taste funny?" Yeah. No. All right, we're over that. I didn't find what I was looking for, but there was something else I wanted to do, and now I done forgot what it was. Do you remember what it was, Lloyd?
You were looking for your fireplace video.
Yeah, I gave up on that. I couldn't find it. But I mean, there was something
Okay.
before that, and I don't remember what it was. Tater quote of the day: I can explain it to you, but you can't. But I can't understand it for you. That's very true, Tater. That's exactly right.
Police arrested 2 kids yesterday. One was drinking battery acid. The other was eating fireworks. They charged one and let the other off. Eggs laugh at almost every joke. It's so easy to crack them up.
So easy to crack. I knew that was coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Sonia. Yeah, that's all right. Just whack him. Hey, Backwoods Droner, my little brother's here. I didn't see him before. I'm still searching for the
really grow up.
Video.
We never really grow up.
We don't.
We only learn how to act in public. That's me. I can tell you right now. Judy will attest to that. Okay. So, there was my evening of bad jokes from the Grumps.
Uh-huh.
I'm here every Sunday night. Well, at least until you quit inviting me. Once you change that phone number on me, I'm stuck, you know.
Yeah, that would be true. That would be true. Okay, let's see.
Yeah, and don't forget, Professor Dude Mitch is coming up.
Oh, that's right. He does his show.
10 minutes. He's I think he's back at it.
I hit my button and it didn't mute the mic. Sorry, everybody. Okay, let's see what we get with this. I'm going to try opening this.
Last night, I had one of them sneezing attacks, and I just couldn't quit sneezing. And I'm in there, and I'd sneeze and cuss, because I couldn't quit sneezing. And I was in the other room, and Judy finally says, "Are you okay?" I come out there, "Hell no, I'm not okay." And she starts laughing. And it's because my hair was kind of looking like this, because every time I sneezed, it just poofed out. She thought that was hilarious, because I'd sneeze and then my hair would fluff. So, yeah, It's time to get a haircut.
Right?
When your wife starts laughing at your clown hair. You guys wonder why I wear a hat all the time. I'm too lazy to get a haircut. Too cheap.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
By the way, wishing everyone, yes, Merry Christmas during this Christmas season.
Okay, I found it, Lloyd.
Did you find it?
I found it. I had to really hunt for it, but I found it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that back over there, and it's quite a long clip, so I just cut a section off the very front. Yeah. And what I'm going to do is stretch the frames out a little so we can see them, and I'm going to let this play and watch. I'm going to actually zoom this in a little. If I can get it, well, I guess I need to click on it, don't I? Let's zoom it in a little, and we'll raise it up a little, just so that we get just the fire, right? What are you laughing at? What did I miss? Oh.
Well, something about Nature's Beauty says I have family on that boat. And Lon says the Ark. You know.
So, here's
hello, Jaybird. You got to run. Okay.
Oh, take it easy, Jaybird.
I guess Bob
Thanks for coming
Casey
in.
is. Bob, are you leaving?
Wishing everyone a Merry Christmas. I think he's just wishing everybody a Merry Christmas. I don't
That's
think
what
he's
I thought.
leaving. Okay, so how to make an endless loop real easy. So here's a clip of real fire burning. So if you just set that as a loop, and where's my loop button? Right there. So we're gonna, you know what? We're even gonna just make it shorter so that we don't take up too much time. I'm gonna cut that.
Right.
Delete that. Go back to the beginning. Right there. And we'll make this an endless loop, right? So as it is right now, if I just create the video, I've got endless loop turned on, if I save this as a video,
yeah,
well,
it's going to look like my background here.
Yeah.
Right.
But what I got to do is get rid of all this other stuff too, because it still thinks there's files to work with. Right?
Yeah.
So, when it gets to the end, we'll try this once more. It's going to jump. See how it jumped a little?
Yeah.
So what you would
do,
which is
what mine's doing,
is you take this, and right here in the middle anywhere, and it doesn't really matter where, is you cut it. Now, remember, the frame behind the cut is exactly the frame that it needs to be before the cut, right? So now, this end that used to be over here will now be a perfect match, right? When it loops, and there won't be any break in the fire.
Because it's the very next frame.
Because it's technically the very next frame. Now, right there's where you'd see the break, normally. Okay?
Normally.
And that's actually so close, there's not much of a break there. But, so that's how you do it. Your end frame, after your cut, is the perfect mate to your beginning frame. So you move it to the front, and then once it loops around...
I knew it was something like that, but for the life of me, I couldn't remember what it was I was supposed to do.
And you may have to... I can't see that from way over there. It's too far away.
Yeah, No, that's okay. Well, you like you said, you may have to put a small, what you said, a dissolve.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to see if I can find. Is that video transitions, dissolve, cross dissolve right there? So where's my center at here? Right there. So I'm going to take this cross dissolve, and I'm going to put it right there, but I'm going to make it really small so that you wouldn't even barely hardly notice it, right?
Right.
So now it'll be even better.
Yeah.
It'll be an even better, smoother.
You can't even see it. Okay,
and that's how you make an endless loop.
Right. Well, I'll have this for my background on my show tomorrow. And
so play with that.
I'll have that solved.
Play with that, and I'll bet play with that technique.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to bet it'll solve your problem.
Oh yeah.
So.
Yeah, because you can see here, it's going to glitch in a second. From.
Yep, right there.
Yeah, right there. And then it also seems to pause for a second. And that's because I've got it set on a loop inside vMix, but I don't have, like you said, I don't have that right frame transition.
Well, if you make the video a loop itself, then you don't have to loop it in vMix. It'll just continuously play. Yeah. Anyway, that's about it for the show tonight, everybody. We had Lon's video that was really cool. Didn't get to some of the news I wanted to talk about, but that's okay. A couple of video editing tips and tricks, how to make your own transitions.
I got to ask you something. I brought this up, or I mentioned this to Greg on his show Friday. You've seen the leaked pictures, we'll just call them the rumor leaked pictures of a rumored drone that may be coming out. We'll just leave it at that. I'm not going to talk. I look at that thing, and to me, it looks like a Mavic Air is humping Mavic Mini.
That's funny because when I look at it, I see a praying mantis.
Well, see, to me, it looks like one drone on top of the other, and that's how they're going to breed the new FPV drone. They're going to have the Mavic Air crossbreeding with a Mavic with an Air 2 crossbreeding with a Mini 2, and they're going to come out with the FPV. Just look at it. Tell me,
Yeah,
you'll never
that'd
look
be
at that
about-
picture the
yeah.
same again.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought that's like drone porn, man.
Hey, did you notice I'm sitting a little higher in my chair? By chance?
Yeah. What'd you do?
You know, my chair was
What'd
starting
you
to my chair was starting to sag, so I raised it up.
Right.
The bottom of the chair is solid wood, right? It's got the threaded where your metal mechanism bolts on.
Right.
I went down to the hardware store with one of the little bolts in my hand that was about 3/4 of an inch long. And I told him
Yeah.
I needed bolts that were about that long. And it's for the
Okay.
bottom of my chair. And the guy says, well,
Right.
won't that come right up through your cushion if you screw that bolt in there? I said, yep, but then I need something I can put in between that metal base and the bottom of the chair to take up that extra bolt. And I
Okay.
found some 1.25 inch couplings that I
Yeah.
took the base off, put those in between the base and the bottom of the chair, and put the
Right.
4 longer bolts in, and essentially raised the chair up a couple inches. So
Yeah.
yeah. So now it's not sagging
Cool.
anymore. So yeah, redneck chair adjustment.
There you go.
Yeah. Anyway, go see Professor Dude, everybody. Last one before we go. Tater's been doing some pretty good stuff.
Nature's
Sleeping
Quote.
bags are just soft tacos to the bear
Soft
world.
Tacos of the bear world.
Yeah. Handle every situation like a dog. If you can't eat it or play with it, just piss on it and walk away. That's pretty good. That's pretty
true
good.
Words have never not.
That
Well
is
said.
actually pretty
Tater,
good.
I got to get you when you get settled. I got to have you back on my show. We need to have you on one of our 2 shows, as you're always an entertaining guest.
Yeah, in fact, I think you've had him on yours, but I don't think he's been on mine, has he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had him on. He was like one of the first guys that co-hosted when you couldn't do it. He was one of the first ones I grabbed.
Okay. Well, we're going to have to get him. Maybe I'll have him on my show next week or something.
Yeah, because Sundays would be better to have him on your show because he works during the week and he can't always get.
That's true.
But Tater, anytime you want to be on the show, you let me know and you're always welcome. Just like Chris Hope and Art.
You've
and
been on here,
all the
okay.
rest of the gang.
He says he's been on. I've slept since then. So. Maybe
Yeah, come to think of it, he has been on here.
Maybe I treated it like a dog and just walked away. I don't know.
Well, I'm not going to go there.
Never mind.
I was going to go somewhere.
Say goodnight, Lloyd.
Good night, Lloyd. Oh,
Good night,
Mel.
Lloyd. Thanks for being here. Good night, everybody.
Hey, anytime.
And just remember, everybody, I know you had the opportunity to be anywhere you wanted to be tonight. You chose to be here. I really, really, really do appreciate that. Have a good weekend, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow night.